Hello everybody and welcome back to RainBro Crafts. My name is Colton and today Zach will be making for you a limited release soap in celebration of Taylor Swift's new album, Life of a Showgirl. This soap is entitled Life of a ShowBro and it is inspired by the color of the normal vinyl that is the orange glittery one. The scent is also inspired by that as well. So, and pardon me if you hear chihuahuas barking, they think someone's here and there is not anyone here. But that was the inspiration behind this. So Zach will start by blitzing up our normal soap base along with some lye water and some colloidal oatmeal. He will then add in some kaolin clay and a custom essential oil blend that we came up with last year around the holidays, and we did have that out last year. That fragrance oil or essential oil blend is blood orange, clove, fir needle, and rosemary. So it is nice and citrusy with kind of like an herby, woodsy undertone that we thought fit the color of the vinyl album really, really well. And it also fit the color that we're going to make this soap, which is a nice kind of pumpkin-y orange glittery color. This is orange mica from Brambleberry, of course, along with some ultra sparkle gold mica. So when this soap is finished and it is cured and you have it under direct light, you can actually see those large gold flakes because that's what the ultra sparkle mica brings to cold process soap when you utilize it. So it does add color to the actual bar soap, but it also keeps some of that shimmer behind, which is what we were wanting. So Zach will pour that through a strainer and use our little scraper there to pass through that kaolin clay. Sometimes kaolin clay, if you don't strain it, leaves little like clumps behind and they're really hard to blend up with the stick blender. So we just like to pass it through that mesh strainer to kind of be an extra layer of protection. You do blitz it, so you're not going to really get huge chunks, but there are like noticeable white chunks in soap sometimes if you don't strain it through a mesh strainer like we do. We will then blitz this up, and since we have used this fragrance blend in the past, we know it doesn't accelerate, which isn't a huge surprise because citrus-based scents, traditionally speaking, do not accelerate soap batter. However, clove essential oil sometimes does, but we use such a teeny tiny amount to be skin safe and also to not have that scent kind of overpower the blend that it's not a huge deal. We're also just having this bar be orange. We're not doing any drop swirls or layers or anything like that. We're letting the orangey kind of coppery gold color and the fragrance blend speak for itself. So once that's to a nice light trace, Zach will bring out our big slab mold there and pour this soap batter into the container. And you can see it's a lovely pouring consistency right now. I think we could have got away with a drop swirl or a layer or something like that with this fragrance oil, no problem, but we wanted to kind of take reference from the album. And if you're not familiar with what the album looks like, I'll put a picture up in one of the corners here, because while I assume everyone's a Taylor Swift fan, that's not always a safe assumption, even though they're probably one of the most popular musical artists alive currently. So Zach is going to pour all that into the slab mold, like I said, and then he's going to scrape out the container to get every last bit of soap out of that Cambro that he can. One thing to note when you're using citrusy essential oils is sometimes they become photosensitive and they will discolor when they get exposed to sunlight. Blood orange isn't one of those, but Litsea, which we have used in the past, is, and it's a really cool effect, maybe a little nerdy, but it's really cool. We will then zoom in the camera just a little bit, and Zach is going to break out our wooden chopstick and do some little spirals, kind of taking inspiration from the ridges on a vinyl record. Since this soap is inspired by the vinyl record color, we wanted to kind of take homage from that. And you can see the consistency is perfect for like these nice subtle designs. So like a fork kind of ridge, or swirls like this, or maybe like a mica drizzle with this like a feathering technique through it. This would hold all of that. If you were wanting to do like a spoon swoop, you'd probably want to hold back for maybe like a minute longer before you went in and did those swoops, because they probably wouldn't hold super well. But since this is such a subtle design, we don't need to worry too much about that. It's gonna hold its structural integrity really nicely. Once all of the soap has those little record kind of spirals on it, Zach is going to go in with some copper mica there. That's ultra sparkle copper mica from Brambleberry, and a tea strainer, and then he's going to lightly dust the top. We want to be able to see the soap through this mica dusting, so it's not going to be completely covering it like if you were doing a mica line. We just wanted a little extra sparkle to the top of the soap, since it is a pretty simple design overall. We will then spritz this with some rubbing alcohol, tuck it away for 24 hours, and then it is time to unmold and slice up. And the mica dusting does look a little patchy right now, but when you go and you slice these loaves into bars, you're not going to notice that at all. It's just going to look very cohesive and shimmery and lovely. So my question for everyone for this video is of course going to be Taylor Swift inspired, and it is, what is your favorite album, and also what is your favorite song? They don't necessarily need to be from the same album. My favorite album would probably have to be Midnight's, and my favorite song would probably have to be Clean from the 1989 album. I think that's my favorite song, or All Too Well, the 10-minute version, or maybe Should Have Said No. It's hard to kind of narrow it down. It really depends on the day, the time of day, the mood, all of that stuff. But that is it. This is our Life of a ShowBro soap, which will be for sale starting today, October 3rd, online and in person. We will be at the Vancouver Farmers Market, Beaverton Farmers Market, and we will be doing a whole host of holiday events as well. So as long as these remain in stock, we will be selling them, and we made a pretty large amount, so don't worry if you can't get to us right now or you're waiting for payday or whatever. But thank you so much for watching. I want to give a big shout out to our subscribers. They get soaps, candles, bath bombs each and every month from us as a thank you for supporting us and our channel and our business. If you want to join this lovely group of individuals on the screen, check out our website, rainbrocrafts.com, for more information on how to sign up. We also want to give a huge thanks to you all. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video, comment down below your favorite Taylor Swift album and song, subscribe to the channel, and ring that bell icon. Thanks. Bye.